It's time for Accies to take on Kilmarnock in the Championship, and team lineups are out. Looks like Andy Ryan is playing out wide, but he's sticking with the same system as he spoke about in the preview. So it's a midfield of Mimnos, Spence and Mullen, with Ryan, Moyo and Kennedy up top, so most likely Ryan out wide. Something that we've spoke about that I think he needs to change, and I think today would have been the game to do it, given I think we're going to be pegged back in a lot today. So would it be nice to see that midfield change, maybe put two up front, but it's not the case. We're sticking with the 4-3-3. Killie are without Kyle Lafferty, Ash Taylor and Scott Robinson, so they do have a weakened lineup, but they've got such a big good squad that it doesn't really affect them. They've still got likes of Ollie Shaw up front, who's doing well in the Championship. Still got a decent midfield as well, so it doesn't really weaken their team with those three players out, so it doesn't make the game any easier. It's still going to be very difficult for Hamilton. Let's hope we can get the 3 points. I would be happy with a point at this stage, but let's hope we can sneak a win and get the 3. Now we're in, it's fair to say Ryan Fulton's just saved us there. Killie definitely are being the better side. They're far more dominant. We're really struggling to maintain possession, and we're at a situation now where they're putting so much pressure on us that the mistakes are starting to come in defence and midfield, and that's where they're getting their chances from. We're stuck kind of playing long ball. Ryan's kind of isolated out wide. Moyo's the same up top. Our only real threat so far has came through Kennedy down the left, but his two crosses have just been too much. Our strikers haven't anticipated it well, so we're not playing well. Killie are the more dominant side, and we're probably fortunate not to be 1-0 down. It's half time, and pretty much on the half time whistle, Killie scored their goal, so it's 1-0 them. We are just atrocious, and looking at the results, the games aren't going our way either. Ayr United are winning, Queen of the South are winning, so we're in a horrible situation where.
What's going on? We're absolutely fucking shite.
Hey, that sums up. Absolutely horrific so far. We're offering really nothing, and it's really frustrating because you can see that the system needs to change, the formation at least needs to change, because Moyo's isolated again up top, Andy Ryan is getting stuck out wide. We're in the situation now where we're getting dragged again back into that bottom three, but today something needs to change. Mimno's been horrific in midfield, giving the ball away at every opportunity. I wouldn't say necessarily Killie are playing us off the park, but they're putting us under so much pressure that we're losing the ball so easily in midfield and defence, and that's creating all their chances. We need to make changes at half time. I don't think he will, but we need to make changes in my opinion at half time. Mimno needs to come off. I would put Andy Ryan up top and bring a winger out wide, whether it's Ellis Brown or whether it's Lewis Smith, because Moyo's not working up top and Andy Ryan out wide isn't working either, so there needs to be changes, but I can't see it happening. Half time and it's 1-0 Killie. Minutes into the second half and Killie have made it 2-0. Again, can't say it's not been coming. Again, we're still struggling the first 10 minutes to get our foot on the ball and make any passes. They're just kind of humping it along and hoping for the best. It's a good initial save from Fulton. Andy saves the follow-up as well, but Killie have got men in the box, they play it across, and it's a simple tap in for Blair Olsen, funnily enough. So Killie make it 2-0 and Accies don't even look like threatening, so it's going to be a long second half. Full time and it's Killie 2, Accies 0. Same as what I said at half time, I thought we were absolutely shocking today. This game just highlights to me the stubbornness that Stuart Taylor has of sticking with this system. Now I get that a manager has a way he wants to play and a way he wants to set up, and he needs to set up that way most games to get consistency in that, but it was clear to see that this game required a change up, and that's what we said in the preview was, you know how this game's going to go. You know, Killie are going to put pressure on you. Killie are not a team that sit in and welcome any pressure. We're not going to get time on the ball, so we needed to change that system today, and we didn't, and we got what we deserved because of it. There wasn't a positive performance on the park today. I would maybe give pass marks to Daniel O'Reilly because he won every header in the air, but it started just all over the park today. We were poor. You know, we were making mistakes in defence that were creating Killie chances. We weren't strong enough or good enough on the ball in midfield, so we kept losing it, and again that opened up chances for them, and we offered nothing going forward. We stuck to lumping high balls and long balls up to them, and up to the likes of Moyo and Kennedy and Ryan as it started, and that's not how we play. That's not how you're going to get anything out of these players, is by doing that. So just the way we were set up today, as I said on Twitter, is probably the most frustrating thing out of it, because we could see that the system needed changing to get anything out of this game, and we didn't. We were stubborn with it and we stuck with it, and ultimately we got what we deserved. So games didn't go our way either. So Ayr United won, Queen of the South won, so it drops us down to 8th, but Queen of the South and Dunfermline that are below us, they've got games in hand. So we really are, you know, we mentioned even 2 weeks ago how we're, you know, kind of mid-table, you know, we're closer to the playoffs than we are to relegation. Like, all that doesn't matter now. We're fully in a relegation battle, and I'm far less confident now than I was even 2 weeks ago that we would stay up. You know, I've always said, no matter how hard it's got, that I think we've got a good enough squad to at least stay up. But today, in the persistence to play how we played, and not change that for the opponent, it doesn't fill me with any more confidence. And I'm really disappointed that we didn't change it up, because we saw when we changed it up when Rankin took over against Arbroath, how changing the system to suit the opponent worked, and ultimately we should have won that Arbroath game if not for a stupid challenge at the end. But since then, it's the same setup and it's not working. And Brandon said in the preview that he thinks today will be the day our bubble bursts of this unbeaten run, this good run we're on. But as we said in the preview, I think last week, it can't be a good run if you're not winning games. It's 1 win in 8 or something like that. Like, that's really, really frustrating, because there are games in there we should have won, but there are also games in there where we were lucky to get that point. We need to change the system up. We need to do something differently, because right now it's not working. Get it safe for this season. Then in the summer you can try and bring your players in to try and build this squad and play the way you want to play. But as it's going right now, we need to change it up. We need to stick 2 up top. We need to be tougher in midfield. There's so much that needs to improve with this Accies team, but I don't know, it's really, really difficult. We're looking to hopefully do like a Twitter Spaces Sunday night, tomorrow night, so hopefully you guys can join us and we'll talk more about this and get your opinions on it as well. But thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and we'll hopefully see you tomorrow in the Twitter Spaces. If not, we'll see you during the week. Thank you.